Good afternoon. This is Carolina from State Adventures, and I'm here to tell you about the latest special that we came across. This one is for the Galapagos for October. There's one departure, but there are about 3 or 4 cabins left. So let me show you what it looks like, just so you kind of get an idea of the logistics, how the trip will come together. So this trip is to the Galapagos, which is in Ecuador, and it would start on October 9th. It is a private trip just for you. So although the cruise has a specific departure, the services in Quito will be private just for the two of you, or if you have more people, 4 or 6, it will be your private trip. Only on the cruise itself will you share services with the other people on board. And I'll touch on that as we get closer to that on the itinerary. So October 9th, you are arriving in Quito. Our private team will pick you up. There'll be a State Adventure sign with your name on it and a private car waiting for you to whisk you away to downtown Quito. And Quito has a beautiful old city with a main square, and our hotel is right in that main square. It's called Hotel Plaza Grande. I love this property for its location and its kind of traditional charm. You wake up and you know that you are in Ecuador and not just some, business hotel anywhere in the world. So that's why we choose it. And then the following day, our team will pick you up and show you the best of Quito. So Quito is this old town surrounded by volcanoes. It's on the equator line. It has great museums, a chocolate experience. There's, of course, the old town with the cathedral and all the historical buildings. We will see as much or as little as your pace allows. It is your trip, private tour with your guide. We will be walking, but also we will have a car at our disposal at all times, and we will also arrange a beautiful lunch for you somewhere with a beautiful view of the city. And the following day, we will take you out of the city for a little bit because I want you to know what life is like in the Andes. So we go down the avenue of the volcano, and you will go to the Cotopaxi National Park. This area is really wonderful. It's filled with villages and markets and haciendas, which are local ranches. And here we will spend some time. You can ride horses, you can go hiking, you can go on the lava rock. You will have a traditional Ecuadorian lunch. So it's a really nice experience, kind of a day outside of the city to see what life in the Andes is like before we return to Quito. So next to each day, I put a BL or BLD. Those are the meals that are included in your package. I didn't include dinners in Quito because those are really full days. And maybe you want to eat at the hotel or get room service, or if you want to explore and find another restaurant that I don't recommend, something that you heard of yourself. So you have some freedom. I want to build the trip where the structure is put together, but you have some flexibility to make it your own. If you want me to recommend some restaurants, I have a whole list in Quito. I have been there many, many times, and I'm always looking for new places to explore. So I am here to answer any questions or to tweak this trip in any way you'd like. October 12th is when the cruise begins. So what we will do is we will take you in a private car to the airport, and here you will meet my Galapagos assistant. Why do we have a Galapagos assistant? Because the archipelago of Galapagos is a protected area by the government, which means there are many rules and many requirements. You need an ID card, an entry ticket, you need to go through customs, you need to get your bags checked. And each one of those places is a different place at the airport, so it gets kind of overwhelming. So we have someone at the airport walking you through all the steps, making it very smooth, putting you on the flight, and then you're off to the islands. Once you're on the islands, my crew from the boat picks you up and takes care of everything from there. So the boat that we're talking about for this 5-night cruise is the Ocean Spray. I love this catamaran. It has been around for quite a while, but about 2 years ago, it has gone through a complete refurbishing, and it is so beautiful and modern and updated. And the catamarans in the Galapagos were kind of made for the islands. They are very stable. So if someone asks me, hey, I'm a little worried about motion sickness, go with a catamaran because they are the most stable boats in the islands. Even a large boat will not have the same stability accessibility as a catamaran, such as the Ocean Spray. So as you see, every cabin has a beautiful balcony. There's lots of space. It holds 16 people. So besides the two of you, there'll be 14 others traveling, perhaps less if not the whole boat is full. But this is the Galapagos. It's been the #1 destination in South America last year. So I cannot imagine it not selling out. Like I said, there are 3 or 4 cabins left. What the Galapagos cruise looks like is that they will take care of all your excursions. There's a naturalist guide on board, and he will take you off the boat at least twice a day. You will go hiking, you will go snorkeling, you will go to beaches. There are white sand, red sand, black sand. You will go on lava rocks. You will go to so many different islands to explore on your 5-night itinerary. So every day you're getting off the boat, you're doing different colonies, you're visiting different animals. It's a spectacular adventure, and it's so well put together because not only will you have all of these excursions, but there's plenty of time to rest and sit in the hot tub and enjoy and have a sunset drink. And it's really well done on the Ocean Spray because the boat is a faster boat. The catamaran cuts through the waves faster, so it's burning less gas. It's an eco-friendly boat, and it goes from island to island faster, which means more time on the islands. You have to consider that when you're comparing boats. An older boat will maybe cheaper, but it will spend less time on the islands and more time traveling from place to place. That is one of the pros of going with a newer boat. So after you have all of your excursions and all of the beautiful experiences with wildlife, because the Galapagos is known because it has no predators, so the animals have no fear, and that's what makes it really special. You can get really close to the animals. They don't run away. Afterwards, we take you back to the mainland and you fly home from there. So the trip is published at $87.99, but as I mentioned in my email, which is what you're replying to, is they are giving us pretty much 1 night free, which is $800 off. So it's $7,999. All you need is international flights. I am in Florida, so personally, just to compare, from Fort Lauderdale, I usually fly to Quito for about $400. So check out what your flights are from your city, or let me know from where you're coming from, and I will check them for you. And you don't need any vaccinations. You don't need any specific visas or anything like that. All you need is a passport that is valid for 6 months at least. So have a peek at your passport and see when it expired. It is a fantastic trip, and I hope you take advantage of this special. Most boats have only 4 nights on the islands, or a big 7-night cruise, which is a lot more expensive. So having this extra night, this 5-night itinerary, is really special because you get a full day extra on the islands. Let me know your thoughts. If the trip is too busy or too expensive, or you need a different kind of boat, maybe you like the larger ships, let me know. I work with over 30 boats for the last 17 years, and I'm sure I can find you something, as well as hotels. Ask me about hotels on the islands. I will tell you about that as well. Happy travels.